Drone here. What's going on, guys? Predator FPV. These drones are cool. This is, I believe, my first Predator FPV Wi-Fi edition. I have one that is 5.8 gigahertz, and what's cool about this is it looks like we have a functioning SD card back there, so we'd be able to get decent footage. By the looks of the camera, it is not going to be a 1080p, it's going to be a 2 megapixel. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just going to say from basic knowing of things, that's what it looks like to me. We are not testing the camera, we are testing flyability. I'm going to try to, and look, you can see gear to gear. It's definitely gear, brush drone, gear to gear. We have a brass gear that's feeding the large one that which will spin the propeller. I'm going to try to start to not do the conventional review like most reviewers would do, a very basic, hey, this is the Predator, this is the Wi-Fi connection, and this is the camera. No, what we are doing here today, I'm going to be flying in fairly limited space. I have the road, I have here, and we're going to fly in fairly limited space with a drone that has a decent amount of size. You can see the size of my hand, which is fairly large. I have large hands, and this drone is definitely bigger than my hand. So I'm going to show you that you can do that. You can fly this here. We will do a little altitude climb, but enough jabba jaw, let's go. We have a on-off toggle underneath. We have white LEDs in the front. I'm good with that. Green in the back. If that's what two colors we have, that's the way I would like them orientated. White in the front. And then we go ahead and turn this on, throttle up and throttle down. This is, and then it's go do 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 do. Let you know that you're connected. This is not altitude hold. Another thing I absolutely love about this. You don't get a lot of newer quads nowadays that aren't altitude hold. Everything's altitude hold, especially in toy grade world, so that's definitely dope. We're gonna take the hat cam off, just hopefully you can see the screen. Very large readout on the screen, and what's weird though is this button right here, that is for your you can see it says mode 2, mode 1. Mode 2 and mode 1 usually would switch over sticks, your flying style, but in this case it's for your speed, and then that button right there is for your flips. Let's go ahead and get this in the air. We're going to start in mode 1, which is speed setting 1, and get this up. And we will, yaw rate. Yaw rate is not great. That's your yaw rate in mode 1 in your first speed setting. But again, this has a camera on it, so for a extremely fast yaw rate all the time, it's not always good unless you're going to chill flight. Pitching's not bad. We seem to have a better back pitch than a front pitch. That could have been on my part, just from where we took off. I'm pretty sure this thing probably has legs that we also did not throw on as well. Really cool looking drone. We'll go ahead and bring it over here. Give you a little look at it. Give you a little look at it. Yeah. And the bouncing up and down is just me not being precise on the sticks here. Let's try to get it over here and not bounce up and down. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw it into mode 2. Give me a second. I'm going to get this up there. That way I can look down. We're in mode 2. So now we're going to have a decent amount of punch forward. A little bit of punch through backwards. Throw on the brakes. And we're blinking already. I thought I had this thing fully charged. I might not have. I don't know. Is our front blinking too? Yes, all our lights are blinking. So maybe this wasn't a fully charged battery test. I just took it out, or no, in mode 2 you're gonna blink. So we're not blinking, as you can see. And then we're gonna throw it in mode 2, which we'll try to get up a little bit higher, that way you can see. Mode 2, it lets you know that you're in mode 2 by a little bit of blinkage. So what we are going to do, we're gonna try our flip function. I know a lot of people getting into the drone game and want to just play with drones, want to just have backyard flyers, want it to look cool, want it to be able to flip. There's a barrel roll from the big guy. There's a back flip, which was a little sloppy. Front flip, again, a little sloppy. It's not super crisp. And finally, the left barrel roll. Your barrel rolls are pretty crisp. Your back and front flips are a little bit sloppy. Again, little bit larger drone here. Ooh, easy there. Which way? Oh, what'd I do? Did I put it in headless mode? Hold on. This thing's... Alright, we're dropping it. I see it. Did I accidentally...
I probably did, or I did, I definitely did. Here. I think I put it in headless mode. I dropped it over here. Hopefully it's on my side of the fence. Let's see here. Where we at? I should have took my eye off of it. I seen it drop. I just turned my transmitter off, which wasn't the smartest thing in the world. I definitely seen it drop. I don't think it dropped in the water. I was pretty sure it dropped like right over here. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my video, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's turn it back on. Throttle up and down. It won't let me bind to it. Come on. Dude, I swear it dropped like right over here. I shouldn't have taken my eyes off of it. That just goes to show you. Make sure you don't accidentally throw something in headless mode. I swear it dropped like right here. It dropped literally like right here. I'm not seeing it. And I can go, ow, nail. That hurt. Definitely dropped like right over here. I don't know that it dropped. I think I'd see it if it dropped like right here. I might have to actually go over there and walk through there. But I guess we'll continue this video once I find it. So I definitely need to find this. First time flying it. Again, that's your headless mode function. I couldn't quite figure out how to get back to me out of headless mode because I never fly in headless mode.
Guys, so I found it. It's in the water down here. Hopefully I don't go for a spin. It's still, little froggy just jumped in there. It's still blinking, which that's pretty darn impressive. Again, you can see it's just blinking, blinking, blinking. My foot's gonna get wet, maybe not. I can see the battery. The battery's hanging out. All right, so this thing's out of the water. Oi. Oi. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna keep this rolling because I'm going to attempt to fly this then. Whether that's smart or not, who knows? But this will be a little bit of a, and I'm not gonna disconnect the battery. I'm gonna leave it how it is. We're gonna let it kind of drip out a little bit. But that's pretty impressive that the thing's still running underwater. Although, no, it's still blinking, dude. I was gonna say, I think it just shut off. Go ahead and get out of here.
FYI, don't press the headless mode without knowing that you're in headless mode. Which exactly what I did. We're gonna take it out here, out to the field, and let's give it a little run. I don't know if our camera would be good anymore. Which actually maybe I should just I'm gonna unplug the camera because at some point I would have liked to have tested that, but there's a possibility that camera ain't good no more. Again, we're just letting everything hang out. I'm gonna try to bind up to this, and we're gonna try to take off. Which again, I don't know how smart that is. I'm gonna go right over to our test field here. Let the sun hit on it. Watch this thing fly. This would be like the dopest durability test ever. Because it's definitely in that water for a good period of time. You guys see me looking for it on my side of the fence, and then the time it took to walk in that property and around, and bam, I seen it in the water. So excuse the little walkaroo here, but again, I didn't want no trickery. I didn't want anybody thinking, hey, J-Drone took it home, hair dried it, put it in rice, whatever. No. Battery's still hanging out, we're still dripping water. And the thing was upside down in the water too. LEDs on the eyes are still blinking. I got LEDs underneath.
It's still blinking. All I'm going to do is just give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Little wiggle. We're going to shove the wet battery back in it. Shove the wet battery back in it. Smart, not smart? Probably not smart. But I think we're good to go. Let's see, guys. Turn this on. Throttle up and down. Nope. It is being unresponsive. So I just walked over here for nothing, maybe. So here, let me turn this off. Let's turn this back on. Bam! It just bound. It just bound, I think. Oh, come on now. Come on, we can do it here. Let's do it from the start. Do it from the start. On. It's looking to be bound. Double blinking, double blinking. It ain't doing it. Don't want to do it. So we may have just killed this. I don't think it's killed. I think all we need to do is it's probably the battery. You know what? It's probably the battery. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get a different battery. It's not really charged well, and there's no charge on it. But this battery is probably so low, which that'll happen if you submerge a lipo. it'll like super drain it, because I did that with the H2O AVX. I would like to see this bind up. I really would. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. We're gonna go home, get a different battery, and see what happens. Here we go. She's still a little bit wet, not too bad. This is my second battery. It came with 2 batteries. This has not been charged. I would assume there's enough charge on this to get this going. I don't know what's going to happen. I would like to see it up in the air. I would absolutely love to see it up in the air. I don't see why it wouldn't go up in the air. Because again, I'm guessing a fully submerged battery like just fizzled. It fizzled. Because again, I've done that in the past with the H2O AVX when I was doing waterproof or water runs on that. What we're going to do, we are going to go ahead and plug this in.
And again, I've dried nothing off. I kind of shipped the drone off a little bit on the walk back home. So we have lights, or did it just puzzle? I had lights and it was off, so I don't know if that's a good sign or not. I did plug that in correctly. There, it's plugged in. So I'm getting lights immediately, probably because our toggle probably has water
On it, and it's getting voltage because we are blinking, double blink. It's looking to be bound. Hopefully we can bind. Let's see. Nope, that is a negative. So definitely not waterproof. Which clearly, as stated, it said it's not waterproof. I would have liked to have, and again, the on-off is not working. Would have liked to have gotten this up in the air, even though we had a little bit of water issues here. The review is not over. Again, so just noticing here, the lip's a little bit crooked, probably from the fall. I don't notice anything else that may have broke. Maybe a little crack right there. Although, yeah, no, that's how it is. That's how it is on all. So what I've done, I've taken a hairdryer. I hit all these open vents, all the open vents. I've hit the camera. I've also just kind of I pulled the battery out and let it just go on there. The battery is connected. We don't have lights, so that's a good thing. We're going to go ahead and turn it on and see if we can bind up and see if we can get this in air. Again, this is the battery that was not fully submerged. This is the one that is not charged, so we are going to get a gist of things. Also, we are going to press mode 2 and see if the blinking happens. If the blinking doesn't happen, then I was pressing headless mode the entire time, which was a result on why we ended up in the water. So let's go. Let's go ahead and turn on. We have lights. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. The drone's still warm from the hairdryer. We're going to throttle up and throttle down. So do, and I can see my signal here. Let's, bam, firing some motors. So let's get in there. That is insane. Now, if there's a little bit of water in this yet, and it does get on the board, the possibility of this falling is great. So what I'm going to do is, we are in mode 2, and we are not blinking. So before I was just switching from headless mode to not in headless mode. Like, I'll do it now. We are in headless mode. It's blinking, letting you know you're in headless mode. It's not blinking, letting you know you're in mode 2. We're gonna get out of headless mode, and we are in mode 2. There is verification on the controller of that, and that's probably LVC, which we're blinking on here. My controller is beeping at me, so that's good to know. You have an LVC warning on this. Again, this battery was not fully charged. It was the one out of the box. We will continue to fly this, even though it's not been charged. Just see what this is going to do. See if it's going to drop. See if it's going to slowly descend. What it's going to do on low draw. This is pretty epic though. Fully submerged in water. Hit it with a hair dryer after trying it. Nonetheless, I didn't just shut it off. I tried it, and clearly there was water in spots where there wasn't supposed to be, where we were getting voltage when toggle was turned off. So definitely a great drone. And again, our eyes are blinking. Our eyes are working. All our LEDs are working. I definitely can feel the loss of power, the sag. Like when I go up, I barely have any punch. Coming down and then throttling up, it takes a while to do so. There's definitely a sag in the battery. And it is slowly coming down, and we are back up again. So we should probably just land it, because that's what it's doing. It's slowly discharging the battery to the point where we're not going to have any power, but I'm going to, bam, I'm full throttle up, it's going to land itself. So that's definitely good to know. Once you land, you're no longer going to have power as far as throttle control. So this was a great test. This was a great test. I don't know, I mean, I hit this, you could still see a little bit of water on this. Let's see, I'm tempted just to plug this in to see if maybe we didn't kill the camera. I also don't know if it had any LEDs on it, so we'll just go ahead and try to plug this in really quickly as our controller is beeping at us because it's low voltage, which that's an excellent feature to have on a toy grade drone. We may have killed our camera. I don't see any type of lights on the inside, and I would almost anticipate lights to be on the inside. No big deal. We didn't kill our drone, so that'll just let you know durability, smacking through trees, hitting the water, flipping upside down in water. This drone's good to go. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns down below. Get at me.